Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Rummenigge in acres of space out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Pirlo. Nedved. Rummenigge! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Liverpool really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Looking here to chip it through, and he was alert to it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Rummenigge. Now it's Zico. Looking for options for movement. And that is expertly dealt with. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's gone for a throw-in. Quality ball. Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Great vision. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. That pass has been well intercepted.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Passing nice and neat. Manchester United, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Rummenigge. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Liverpool clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Baresi cuts out the pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
15 minutes till half-time. And here's Hullet. Real chance here. He's come in hard. That's put paid to the danger. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. This is a promising build-up. Araujo gets over and intercepts. Aimed beyond the defence. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Hullet plays it in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Scholes spots it and intercepts. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. It's Ronaldinho! Now, who's going to be first to this? Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Tries to play it through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Nedved. Can he get it through? Hullet. Messi. Decent chance! It's there!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
After 44
One
minutes
sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough. And for the first half, that is that. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Manchester United currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. We're on the move again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you
Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's a little loose. And this is Ronaldinho. Liverpool has the chance to go the other way. Zico is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And the finish! And it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Manchester United.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Manchester United restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Good read, needed to be deftly away. And it's Ambrosini.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Cruyff. Oh, played right into his path. Vieira shows great strength. Chance for a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Manchester United with the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Manchester United have hit a quick-fire double here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. And the through ball. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. And they're quick to get it back. Nedved. That'll be a throw. And that has left him in a heap. Pirlo. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is...
Chance, surely! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 22, Hullet. Number
So we have
23,
movement on both benches.
Messi. Number 9,
So the lead now is 2.
Nedved.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That is a crunching tackle.
Number 25.
Now it's Roberto Baggio.
Substitution.
Dixon. Maradona. Looking tidy in possession here. Chance! And how good was that? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Son Heung-min really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Passes short and sharp. Pirlo. Pirlo receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Vieira makes the interception. Now it's Rivaldo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rummenigge! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Rummenigge has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Maradona, Rivaldo gets a foot in here. He's in a great position here.
5 minutes added
He's
time.
shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! It's anyone's ball now. And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. And he's intervened well there. Vieira kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, easy pickings there. Roberto Baggio. He's a sharp little ball here. Son Heung-min. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Rummenigge, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
And now, please turn towards the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest performers today.